Hello, welcome back to part 2. This week we're very hardworking. Part 2 specially just for you. And then what we're going to talk about in the part 2 will be confessions and dissecting what they actually are, or maybe what we think they are. Right, so back to you, Eugene.
I really don't feel good. This is getting a
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions. All right, we are back for part 2. This one's going to take probably a good 45 minutes, I think, as well. Let's go on to our very first confession for today. This one is, according to the confessor, it's not exactly a ghostly related story, but can be seen as something quite supernatural. Okay.
Okay.
You want to read this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a story by Anonymous. So it says that my story is not really related to ghosts, but however, it's still intriguing. So want to find out if anybody knows what magic this is. So when I was still a young boy, our house garden had this mango tree that could bear fruits, but not many every season for many years. The flesh was so-so and there was nothing to shout about. I think nothing to brag about, lah, right? Okay, so some years, it doesn't even bear fruit anymore during the fruiting season, and my grandma will always say blame it on the soil, never give it enough fertilizer, etc. Then one day, a shirtless old man with a white beard appeared at our gates in the morning and told the grandma that he can take our mango tree to bear a lot of fruits if we give him a red packet. Very suspicious. My grandma says, okay, no harm, and invited him in and he requests for a cleaver and cooking oil. He took the cleaver and started chopping at the bark of the tree around it and chant in some unknown language around the tree many times. Splashed a lot of cooking oil on the tree and the bark that was sliced with the chopper while he was chanting. It was over a few minutes, and I remember the old man laugh in my direction and say, "Ah boy, you will have many mangoes to eat to eat soon." My grandma gave him a $10 red packet and he left. Soon enough, our mango tree started bearing fruits, so huge, so juicy, and we had so many until we distribute to the neighbors, our relatives, and even strangers passing by our gardens, and asked if they could have some. We just kept giving. The tree bore a lot of fruits all year round and doesn't stop. We have never seen the mysterious old man ever again in the neighborhood until today. I was intrigued. And how was this possible? Who exactly was this old man? And how does anyone know about such practices? Ding, ding, ding.
That's the tree. Okay. Go first, B. Any knowledge of such practices?
I don't think so, but what I can gather from intelligent guesses.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling this out from my ass lah. Okay. Okay, so basically, I think that maybe the tree spirit. Okay, it's like after many years of bearing fruit already, don't feel appreciated. Like I just doing my job once in a while. You know, then after that 1 year, don't want to bear fruit already, right? Want to 假抓. See whether if I can get away without bearing any fruit or not. Then, true enough, got away with it. Right? Until this old man, I think the discipline master or the HR, come already. Then after that, come and check. Hey, you never bear and fruits Then after that, take the tree, right? Take the chopper, then start to investigate what's going on. Many layers and many years of 假抓. It's snake already, right? Then after that, maybe the mango tree scared. Oh shit. Sorry, I never bear fruits. I will work double shift now, boss. And then that's the reason why.
Okay, so yours is discipline master, the spiritual gardener lah. The spiritual
Probably.
gardener.
It's like, hey, you live in people's house, people take care of you, give you fertilizer. Don't like that lah.
There's one story about a mango tree as well. In someone's house. This was a confession that was sent to us long time ago. I think when Team O was our host as well. The grandmother took a chopper from the kitchen. Grandmother is living in alive, not spiritual, like alive in grandmother. came out to the garden and then waved the chopper at the tree and said, "You don't bear fruits, I will chop you down." Okay? And
Okay.
the tree started bearing fruits like that. So,
So must kinda threaten a bit lah.
yeah, which means to tell me that trees are quite sentient. So with this old man, he coming down and him casting a spell, then he left. To think about it, it's only $10 leh. It's really not a lot. He's not asking for a lot. He's not trying to con you.
But we don't know when was it lah. Maybe it might be like, 50 years ago, that $10 might mean probably $50 now lah.
Oh, maybe lah.
Right?
But then again, he kept his word, lor. Mangoes grew from the tree in abundance, and he never came back. And this reminds me of a story that you and I both shared. Remember that people who come up to you and asking you for, say, I read your fortune, and then you give money.
Yeah, that one Indian guru, he say, "You will make it big one day, and then I'll be back for my payment."
Yeah. So he have not back yet, so I haven't make it big yet lah.
Don't know where my money go.
Went to him already. So for me also, the Indian man came, remember, and then gave me 3 signs, and 2 of them came to pass. The third I cannot remember. But it seems to me that if you put all these different stories together, right, there is the trope of a wise old man, mysterious in nature, come up to you and tell you they can do things for just a small trinket. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit like skeptic, like where you come from.
Okay.
But okay, what's your gauge? Which religion or which
Doesn't have to be religion.
side it comes from?
This
Because
kind-
to me, to me when the mysterious man appeared, right, what his vibes is like more of like the Buddhist kind of like side, like like the more Hinduism side for me.
Anything but
But-
Christianity lah. Definitely not that.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, Jesus don't love me.
Yeah. He turned wine to water for himself only, not for you all.
I like soju, I don't like wine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think he loved me. It's
It
okay.
sounds like a Chinese, not even Chinese, it sounds like an Indian nature type. Nature
like
kind.
for this story, is it the mango story?
Yeah, nature kind of spirit. So maybe Indian, yeah. I don't even recall any Chinese magic that does.
Right, they don't really have the Chinese magic. I think it's more of like a to me what I have observed my friends and some of my colleagues have actually done. To me, like what I observe from the Hindu culture, they have a lot of like nurturing. They like to nurture the spirit and say like, what you have done well and what you need to reflect on. There's a lot of like the very like maternity parental instinct, they are all about guidance into the light, doing well into the world, gathering good karma for
Sounds
yourself.
like a Buddhist thing also. Yeah, I guess that
Yeah,
Buddhist
yeah,
Hindu
yeah,
type of thing.
yeah. So maybe what you say is it might be a spiritual gardener. To come and see like, hey, what's the problem or what? Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's a spiritual gardener, then what it tells me is that gardener have no reason to help the family. It's not for the family, I feel. Okay, maybe the family has done well, done good, so this is sort of the reward. But I think there are purpose for trees to be a certain area. They have a job to do.
Yeah. Maybe not for that particular family for that era lah. Maybe for like the next one or something.
But also the family, you can see they are very good people. They actually give away the mangoes. They share.
Yeah.
So what does this tell you is like the old man's action to help the tree bear fruit benefits the entire village.
Community.
Yeah. So it's a very Buddhist thing. It's a benefit everyone. Wow, I like this.
Buddhist, Hindu, yeah, the very more I don't know how to say, like the more parental role.
Like we say the word like nurturing lah.
Yeah, nurturing. Yeah, I really like that kind of like vibe around. Yeah. Good.
Okay, so if you want to grow trees, grow mango tree. Okay, banana tree attracts different kind of spirits. Okay, comment section. Let's see what people say. Okay. Wendy Mahoney says, chop hurt the tree bark to shock the tree. Usually this advice is given in gardening groups to help trees fruit. Maybe? Yeah?
I have no idea. Zero gardening
I
skills.
got no green thumb. Why splash oil? Is it you want to threaten the tree? You don't barefoot, I burn you, is it?
Eddie say already. He say he must have said that if you don't want to fruit our chop you down, splash oil, burn you like firewood.
And I mean, we talk about being supernatural, but on normal day to day, non-spiritual people, non-supernatural people have also said that if you talk to your plants, you talk to your tree, you threaten them, they can actually listen to you. And
But I don't think it's always threatened lah, because I have also seen like they try to do a social experiment
Yeah.
where the kids, right, okay, they're given two plants and they're split into two groups. So you have group A children and group B children. Group A children, they will always talk to the plant and then only give compliments and praises. Like, you're growing so well, your leaf color looks so green today, good job, that kind of thing. And then team B is the opposite, where they scold the plant. Every day they say, hey, why are you doing this? Blah, 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 right? And then after that, at the end of the social experiment, right, I think it was like 1 month or so, the plant B, right, withered,
Yeah.
died. And then the plant A, like, really
Yeah.
grow very well and stuff like that. So your words really have impact and
Yep.
power, even though, I don't know, like a plant might look insignificant to you, but like really have like a very strong impact.
And a scientist use the same method on water.
Oh yeah, I saw the crystallization of the water, right?
So one
And,
beaker,
like, the
he will
forming.
sell nice things. The same way you talk to the plant just now, you say nice things. You're great. You're wonderful. Then the other beaker of water, he like you're lousy. He puts it down. Then when he frees the water, the crystallized structure of the beaker with positive words is beautiful and
Crystallization,
consistent.
right?
Yeah.
The patterns,
Then
yeah.
the negative one is like, wow, chaos, man.
All break apart. They
Yeah.
cannot even form properly. Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a science to it, but until science actually come up with something,
I believe it's spiritual.
because we want to believe.
I mean, I can also feel it, especially like, when I work with children, I always try to be positive with them. Even if they are in the wrong, sometimes I like really like, then I'm like, okay, never mind, you know what? When they spill their pain or or whatever they do, I will instead of scolding them, I'll just tell them Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I was like, woo, Merry Christmas. Then after that, like, instead of shock, right? Then what they will do, they will pick it up, they won't cry. And then sometimes it also asks the other people to like, like kind of like, hey, you very 可怜啊, 我帮你. Like they will also go and help their friend instead of making a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like Merry Christmas.
Positive. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so if there's some
Words are powerful. Let's go.
Okay, next confession is by Kevin's brother.
Okay, so Kevin Fu has a new confession. Actually, he have many confessions I want to share. But like, no, Kevin Fu, this one, I think this is a more interesting one for this week.
Maybe you can have a whole Kevin Fu episode. Just a whole Kevin Fu story. Okay.
Maybe. Okay, so he says that, I wonder how this could happen. You tell me. My late elder brother was a Mao Shan Shifu. In the late 90s, he was a very famous fortune teller by the locals. Even the people from other states were chartered bus just to meet my brother. My brother was a well-known, I have no idea what is this, the Chinese. I believe he's a sifu, right? Okay. So in the small town called Luna Kendans, I believe this is in Malaysia.
Lunas Kedah.
Malaysia, right?
Kedah.
Okay, so my brother converted back end of my father's photo studio into his own office where he can help people to see their fortune. I remember inside of his office there were scary spirituals statue, and he also owned many unknown bowls that cover in the yellow paper talisman on top. He placed them under all those spiritual statues side by side beside Tu Di Gong. Kind of weird, he told me this is a must for him to do the business. My father and second brother usually stay overnight at the shop, and it was a Friday night, and my father was sick, and I need to go back from Penang to look after my father. Both of my brothers was away that night, and I remember 11 p.m. to midnight. My father and I was inside the bedroom. All of a sudden, I heard very loud sound of baby crying from my brother's office. So weird. My father know about this, and he told me to ignore to continue sleeping. This was not the first time. he told me the babies were hungry. And I was like, huh? What baby? My father said, 鬼子, owned by my brother. I started to got scared. And then after, I don't dare to go out from the bedroom for the whole night, even if I need to pee. It was just wondering how my neighbor,
Neighbor.
is it neighbor? Oh,
Neighbor.
neighbor. Okay, okay. How my neighbor feel about all the noise about crying baby. I suspect they know and do not dare to voice out their concern to my brother. 可怜啊. Until the next morning, my elder brother and his wife came back and then they started all the necessary startup preparation for the business as for tellers. And this is when I saw my sister-in-law bring a small few baby milk bottles to the office and then stuffing the milk bottle into the top of the bowl with the paper talisman. I noticed there was a small hole on the top. To my wonder, I can see all the milk slowly following into the bowl.
Flowing.
And my sister-in-law told me that she need to do this twice a day. What? Twice a day? Can't the bowl get full? Can't the bowl get full eventually? And she says that the bowl will not get full as the milk has already been consumed by the baby. Huh? So tell me what logic is this?
Paralogic, ah?
It
It must be the hantu lah, so clear. All this kway
Hey.
But this is Mausan, Mausan power.
I have no idea what's this.
I like Kelvin's story because he described it. I can imagine,
From his POV, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I think this one is also like quite similar with one of the story told by like the talisman Sifu. You know, the one that the Thai talisman Sifu that I met. So basically what she told me was that she have a lot of offering in her house. So like sweets, candy, keropok and all this. Like even like the soda also they offer. The soda sometimes she say, right, she put the offering like in the middle or sorry, in like the morning, and then after that by the afternoon it'll be like half will be gone.
Skeptics will say, oh, evaporation.
Evaporate so fast, man.
But the one I saw was the bandung that the person put on the table. Every morning when he sees the bandung, on the syrup will have been gone. So you get a whole cup of white milk.
Oh, it is interesting. Suddenly
Yeah.
pink become white color.
Yes. So I've got the photos. He sent me tons, like on not just one day, multiple days. He's like, yeah, I'll show you. So bandung set at night, next morning just half left or a bit left. Then only pure white. The sweet part is gone.
Okay, you know what does this tell me?
What?
The entity or the hantu is lactose. Cannot
Lactose
drink milk.
intolerant.
Cannot drink milk lah. Just next time, just don't waste the milk also. Just
Put
make
syrup.
it.
Put syrup
Just
water.
put syrup water. Yeah, can. I think the ghost will appreciate.
Yeah.
Don't need to be like the char kway teow. Then after that they put the taugeh inside. Then you take out the taugeh one by one.
Uncle, put your target straight away. So for yours, the stuff you mentioned, skeptics can still say, oh, evaporation, right? But for this one, evaporate what? Only the sugar disappear.
Don't know.
Yeah.
To me, I always steam hantu.
Yeah. No, but for this particular story, you are in a temple, you have bowls, and it's known that you are keeping child spirit. There's nothing to be logical about it, lah. You need to feed the spirit. And in fact, you heard the crying before, right?
Later if you go in the room then how?
No, I think if you go in with good intention, and then they will try to ask you for food, or they will tug at you, or they will like children, really like children asking you for
Yeah
food.
lah, but if like the children, like I don't know whether you have encountered before, like I don't know how relentless your child is. I feel like sometimes there's some children I've encountered. If you don't give them that particular thing that they're asking for, they will either sulk for the whole day or they will pester you for the whole time.
So
They will like never let you go on.
So you got to treat spirits the same way you treat a normal child as well. You got to be firm. But if you're scared, then you see the child spirit will climb
Jia already.
Jia.
Kena makan.
They know, it's on the weak spot.
Big soul.
Yeah, but I think, but the brother died young, He said late brother, means the brother died already.
But you know that always the thing I always read about like stories and stuff like that. The 师傅 never have long life one. You notice? The 师傅 always like 50, 60, then zao already bye.
So,
Back to the spirit
so
world.
according to a master I spoke to,
Mm.
he says that when this Sifu does all this work, sometimes they leak out heaven's secret. They're not supposed to. So every time they leak out heaven's secret, their life shortened. Or every time they help someone overcome like cleansing or do something for someone else, right? Let's say it's your Belinda. Let's say you for touch wood you kena possession,
Black magic or
black magic.
something like that.
Your life is very jialat. Then you come to me as a Sifu, right? You say, Sifu, help me cleanse. And I help you cleanse. But you know, guess what? That's your karma, leh. Your karma you're supposed to suffer and go through that. But then I help you cleanse. I cut short your misery. I take on your burden.
Sentencing lah, or
Yeah.
the karma lah.
There's also one story of this Mao San fella. He quite a high level, quite powerful one. Then he went to this house. The parents called the Sifu to come down. He came down to the house. He saw this young girl, 5 years old only, possession, like sit at table and speak weird way lah. They say he take his sword, everything, he smacked the spirit out, he chased the spirit away. That night the spirit came to find him. Says, this is our battle with the girl, my cha. You stay out of it. Then he said, no, you cannot harm the girl. She's under my care. You fight me. He take on for the child lah. Because he did it with good intention, what? He's trying to save the child, what, right? So after that, he said, how come I cannot fight these two spirits off? No matter what he does, he cannot fight the spirit off. The spirit keep attacking him. He was sick, he poor, his dog died, his wife left him, everything. Then another Sifu, because obviously he has done good in life, so he also got some generate good merits. So another Sifu had a message to go and find this Sifu. And then to tell this Sifu, what you did wrong was that child, past life, killed those two spirits. The two spirits trying to claim back. You come and interfere, you take on
欠他的啦, the old one.
you take on this thing means now you take on their debt already. So they have the mandate to take from you. But because your merit has been good, everything, we can try to save you back. So it's like everything is all interconnected. Then now he okay lah. So in a way he paid for the girl. He suffered. His wife left him, his dog died. Was his payment on behalf of the girl. Then the two spirits left. Then he rebuilt his life again. So at that point of time, if you are the Sifu, do you take the job, don't take the job? If you say, no lah, it's not my karma, I don't take, then become Sifu for it. Or some people, they don't have a choice. They are Sifu because they are being pushed by the divine to take on the role. Then, so like maybe you may die young, 55 you die, but hopefully that your next life or your afterlife is better. Lah. That's the only way to look at it.
Yeah. A lot of people also ask me why I don't want to become Sifu. This is the reason why. I cannot help it. I will want to help you once. That's why I'm running. Please stay away from me. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear. I don't want anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because cannot help it. I really like, you see someone fall down on the street, you don't help me.
Cannot. Don't help also
Correct. I cannot. I don't have the heart to I see someone fall down, definitely if the person never get up, I will call police or something or call ambulance.
Actually, when you have the ability to help, it is very difficult to walk away.
Yeah, so okay, this very like off topic related lah. So I saw this lady, she fainted in the toilet, and then she locked herself inside the cubicle. So who can help her? We call her. We saw her sitting, on the floor, and then she's inside the cubicle alone. We call her, she's non-responsive. Then after that, we try to bang on the door. We try to get her to wake up. She's not moving at all. You can see she's like slumped down, like totally not okay. Who will sit on the toilet floor, right? So after that, when we try to get help for her, right? So after that, we called the ambulance and stuff like that. Then they opened the door for her. She is still rejecting and fighting for help and all these things, like don't want people to help her. She is like passed out. She's like passed out from diarrhea or stomach pain or what. You can see she has cold sweat and all these things. Her hair is like deranged and all these things. You tell me you don't want to help, man, these kind of people. Definitely you want to help one word.
I mean, I will try to lah, but if they keep pushing away, then I've done my best.
If the
Lor.
person inside die, then how? It's on you, leh. Isn't it?
Yeah, Poppy lah, your destiny, your destiny.
I cannot, Eugene. So like, please don't come and find me. I'm very tired.
So,
Moral of the story.
what a story. If you want to meet Belinda and you walk up to her and she runs away from you or she snaps you, you just pretend to fall unconscious, okay? She will kind of help you. Help! Then she'll, I cannot walk away.
Don't trap me like that.
We found a loophole already. Okay, moving on to the comment section. This Shin Neo is asking, may I ask how your brother died? Asthma. I also curious, but I thought it was insensitive to ask. Okay, so asthma. Probably they need to pass it to someone to take care. Or I mean, I guess they are talking about
Hand me down.
what happens to all the child spirit. His sifu take back all the stuff. Oh.
Oh. It means his sifu outlived him.
Oh, lor? No, he died of asthma, ma. Cannot just.
No, as in like still the sifu outlived him. How the sifus die, I think it could be by natural causes, it could be like by accidents. Nobody will know, right?
Yeah.
It will look as natural as possible. Cannot one day you sleep and you don't wake up. Confirm people will start talking, the spirit world got him.
Actually, sleeping one day don't wake up is the best way to go, isn't it? You sleep peacefully, you die in your sleep. At the ripe old age lah, not premature lah.
Okay.
Because I rather go that way. If I had a choice to choose, right, I rather go away peacefully than suffer, cancer stage 4, the painful way of going. I rather not that. Or the time where you just waste away. Or doctor say you got 3 months left, then you just waste and then die. So I find those people who die peacefully and then no problem, right, is the most blessed way of living. Have you thought about how you want to choose your way to go if you can?
I think I'll just get spirited away. I'll just disappear one day.
Disappear. Maybe you go to KL, the floor might open up, then you might fall into a...
I saw the news. I was like telling one of my friends, imagine you go to a foreign country, then suddenly, the hell of the underworld there, the law of the underworld there just decide, this is your time now.
Yeah. And some of the thing is,
4 days later still cannot find him,
No, there'll be other people walking past that place. There's a bench of people sitting down right beside it, but the hole just open up under you and swallow you, just you one person. Yeah, I think you
hello, hi.
Yeah,
my internet is damn bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But I get what you mean. It's like suddenly you are the sole victim. This one feels like targeted.
Yeah, just targeted, right? Okay, but people die lah. We shouldn't talk about them like that way lah. Too soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So comment number 2, Mark says, anyone here knows what are the negative repercussions of owning a kumantong if you treat it well the way? Negative repercussions of owning one if you treat them well, I don't think so. According to the people that I spoke to, they said it's all about doing good, doing merits and passing on to the kumantong for them to reincarnate.
Did I tell you about the story about my friend who told me about the baby kumantong and then it inhabits the host?
No, what is it? Tell me.
Okay, so I have one friend who was also like telling me about the kumantong story, right? So my friend is a lady, and then her friend is the guy. So the guy was the one who has the kumantong baby, and it's like a really baby spirit, the one that can cry like a baby and stuff like that. So offering have to be made, right? Milk, candy, toys, the whole necessity like nayas lah, right? And then after that, my friend who have been this guy's friend for quite some time already, and then after that, what they usually do, they will go out and eat. And then this person who have the baby kumantong, right? He is a full grown man. I think he's like about late 20s to early 30s.
Yeah.
Right. He have no mental issue. He don't have exhibit any of these signs before he like kind of take on this kumantong baby. When he take on this kumantong baby, right, I think like some kind of like agreement that they have with the kumantong baby was that the baby can enter his body, his physical body, and then he was stuck in the middle of like, you know, like in public, you know, when they're eating dinner or whatever it is. Suddenly the baby feel like come into the body, and then the man will just cry, and then the sound that come out from him will be like a baby sound. Then he will suck his thumb, you know, like a baby. Then he will, like, you know, be quiet sometimes, just like like back and forth, waddling himself and stuff like that. I don't know what the baby will bring for him. Maybe good fortune, or maybe find love or something like that. But you know, to like a 20-year-old like lady, do you want to date a man like this? Right.
Sheesh.
And I was like, hey, you still go out with your friend, you quite brave, or like to me, I like, oh, this.
And it happens often enough lah.
Yeah, it happens often enough. Even if like you go out like in a 3-hour span, it happened one time enough already.
Yeah. Wow.
So the kumantong spirit is like quite strong. I don't know what kind of deal that they have to make.
By right, they cannot possess your body, what?
I don't know. My that friend, she told me very like strongly that guy cannot drive because the baby might take over at any time. So she's always, if they go out, she's always the one driving him around.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
Are they still together?
No, they're friends only. They're friends.
Okay.
Yeah, they are just friends only. Yeah.
Okay.
But the last she heard, the guy got rid of the kumantong baby, gave it away or something like that. I'm not sure how he sent it away lah. Yeah. But after that, no more baby signs really.
No more baby.
Interesting, right?
Okay. Comments. There's a long one I saw just now. Which one? Perico.
Yes. Okay, so it says that this is a slightly complicated question or answer. So let's just assume that this kumantong, you said that it is given by the monk, by ritual, and then they're created to help the kumantong and the owner, right? The only bad repercussion is that the owners are overly obsessed with it to a state that not thinking of it as like a normal human being. Other than that, I don't think there's any normal a negative repercussion heard of.
It's more of the owner themselves being overly
Greedy,
reliant.
or maybe
yes.
right. Yeah. To see more, go to our Facebook group. Yeah.
Okay, last one for today. We have a 7-month confession.
Okay. So Eugene, want to take this?
Yeah, can. Okay. 7-month confession by anonymous member. This 7 month has been really weird for me. My upbringing was Christian Protestant, but I'm not religious anymore. And hence, I'm not really familiar with many of the offering rituals, just that I know not to look at or interact with offerings and not to acknowledge them. I also have some basic purification herbs at home like Palo Santo and sage, both liquid and burn form. My freelancing job means sometimes I'm home late and usually there's no issue, but this time I left my main door and gate open to air the house a little as I was out the whole day and the home was feeling a little stuffy. My husband had gone to sleep, but I haven't yet settled in. Before I saw it, I felt the neck of my hair stand. For the corner of my eye, something dark materialized in front of my gate, just about 150 cm. All I saw was a head of dark hair. I didn't acknowledge the spirit. But once it went away, I shut the door and sprayed the smokeless sage plus Palo Santo extract. I kept this around the house just in case. Didn't sleep well that night. My husband managed to get a bottle of holy water from Catholic Church after the incident. This was on day 2 or 3, I think. There was quite a lot of burning and my unit actually faces the offering area of my estate. After that, while I was walking my friend's dog with her, and the dog froze and I also froze. And both of us were fixated on a tree where a dark mass plopped out and hung for a while, then went back into the branches. Friend did not see, but dog and I were spooked. This was on the middle of the day, so there was a lot of offerings and burnings. I'm not sure if what I'm seeing has to do with or recent deaths in the family, or just that I've not been keeping up with the purifications.
Oh, sure. What do you think this is? I think she can see.
She can see.
I think she can. Yeah, she can almost say that the entity was like about 1.5 meter. I was like, hey, you can see the form eh.
Yeah.
Then with long hair, some more, habis. Okay.
So sometimes people say when you change religion, you can see things.
Did she say she changed religion? I think she just said that she's not
not
religious
religious lah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think she's still kind of like Christian-y, I guess.
No, but she burn Palo Santo and all that. She
Oh,
burns
they don't, is it?
Christian will burn their frankincense lah, so they do burn. No, that's Catholic. Christian don't do anything. Christian pray only.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, she still got holy water and everything. Well, but I think it's, if you believe in the fact that during 7 months, because of whether Hellgate opens or because people collectively believe it's more spiritual, that's why spirits become more active, because of the manifested belief of people that in 7 months. But she definitely can see certain things. I'm just wondering if she sees it only then, or she actually sees it from before as well.
Yeah, but definitely I understand where she's coming from. Scared shitless. I would be too.
But they never disturb her lah. They never disturb her at all. Right.
No, as in like, how to say like, when you see something unusual, right? Then after that, nobody else seem to see it or seem to like, like also acknowledge it. Like even if you talk about it, nobody say, hey, don't have lah, don't talk nonsense. It's a very lonely feeling eh. Then after you start to think, am I going crazy?
Let's go to comment section.
Sis, I understand where you're coming from.
So comment section, I think this Korean name says, Palo Santo and sage were originally used to bless and purify people and places, not to expel negative entities or ghosts. New Age has appropriated it and crept out a whole lot of nonsense BS about them being able to cleanse and protect. Scammers were inventing things like liquid form, which is utterly useless. Please don't fall in for this kind of things. Good old salt and water works better than these random herbs. Well, I can say yes and no, primarily because I use a lot of Palo Santo on a daily basis. I even use Palo Santo. I would extract them out myself, turn it into oil base under full moon, full sun. I create my own liquefied Palo Santo. So I know my stuff works because it works for me. And I could feel the difference and I would bring it to places.
So I also have like a input on this, which is I think like a lot of this kind of like supernatural beliefs, right? It believes it stands very strong where what your beliefs is. If you feel that it's not working for you, it might not work for you, but it might work for other people.
But I agree with this lady because the very sneaky thing about spiritual cleansing, spirituality as a whole, right, is if something works, you will get a bunch of people coming in to create similar products and try to sell it off as the original. That don't work because how would you know one is real and one is not? How you know one has gone through a certain level of blessings and infusion of energy and the other is not? You won't know what. So when you have a bunch of scammers coming in to sell all sorts of solution and people find it doesn't work, then that particular product type across board just gets debunked. But I feel the source is very important.
Yeah, it's like truffle oil lah. You don't know whether the truffle oil real or not, right? Then after that, some people come up with truffle oil mixed with olive oil. Then you can't even taste the truffle at all, right? So whether does it really have truffle inside or just some black stuff inside?
You can't tell. So that's why for me, I very particular. I go straight to source. I find the source. I know that if I buy the wood from this supplier is really legit. From that. If I wanted to tomorrow, I can take a flight down to Peru and then go and see the farm. The same way for my singing bowl as well. I bought singing bowl and I went direct to the Nepalese manufacturer who said, I can bring you to my factory. And his factory is a bunch of people sitting down there and hammering by hand, putting into fire. And he showed me the video.
A lot of handcraft.
Yeah, so if I know the source, I will buy it. And because I know the source that I get is authentic, right? And because I know how to create all this, I will create my own version or my own product, lor. I don't buy from Taobao. I don't buy from what do we call it? Carousel. So mine I know works, and I will infuse it with stuff, and I will meditate over it, and I will get a sense of it lah. But by and large, if you just go buy from off the shelf, the question is how true are they? It could be 90% water, you also won't know. I put pee inside so you won't know. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Eugene also, like, a lot of people probably are asking, do I have to spend a lot of money to know that it's like legit? Right. So, like, for me, my point of stand is that, okay, I'm a cheapskate. I don't like spend money.
Ah,
Okay. But how I usually like handle all these, like people
yeah.
ask me like where I get my tarot cards and all.
Mm.
You know where I get my tarot cards, Eugene?
Ah.
I got it off shop from Shopee.
Ah,
Like, like people are like, hey, Sasa, you get
yeah.
from Shopee shop, right? But then, like, for me, like how I interact with all my staff, right, is usually I will like kind of like have a talk with them. If they
Oh,
respond back,
yep.
then this one legit.
Correct.
If they never respond back, I'm like, okay, time to sell it away somewhere.
It's a personal thing between you and the object. Like you can go and find from a second-hand
Correct,
flea market. If the thing speaks to you, that's it. That's all it matters.
Yeah,
You
there
have a
will be a
connection.
relationship there already. Yeah. So for the Palo Santo and Sage, usually I got mine from also Shopee, but I will use it. If it works, you will know. If it doesn't work, then you also know.
Those who are sensitive will can tell the difference. Those who cannot, then you're just dependent on what people tell you. And then most
Okay.
times you got no faith, right? Like I'm talking about generic people, right? You just go buy. Then you go, will work, man. I just do only. Then you got no faith, you got no belief, you got nothing infused into
Even
it.
if it's real, it won't work for you. Our next live event, we should have a table like, hey, this one real or not?
Actually,
I talk to you, then after that I help you approve or don't approve.
Actually, that's what I used to do with Amelia during part of my training long time ago. She'll put crystals on the table. And then she'll ask me to go and,
Real or not real?
or rather, not real, but more like which one has been infused and meditated with energy and which one has not. So I'm supposed to just hold and then supposed to feel the vibration. So, not sensitive, right? Hold by hand cannot feel, right? So I have to use my pendulum, no? So that's why my pendulum is with me because it gives me a second
Yes or
confirmation.
no lah.
Yeah, like if I pick a card from a tarot card and I like, okay, if I'm unsure for my own judgment, right, then I'll use my pendulum. So
My tarot card got yes or no, easy.
yeah lah. So all this is very individual. It's very hard to explain. It's very hard to prove. And you don't need to prove anything to anyone if you're just doing it for yourself, right? Like, I suppose if I do it for the service, then I have to justify why. But if I just do it for myself, I also kaki, believe myself can already.
Yeah, but if you can speak really, really well, then after that you can also justify that this has happened because of this, that kind of thing. So how do you want to really prove whether it works or not? You gotta try for yourself, man. Nobody can help you on that.
Which is why the spiritual industry is so full of scam artists and
Correct.
or at least not even full of scam artists, but even if you are legit, you are at risk of being accused of being a scam artist because it doesn't work for one person. Even if the last 9 times you did was good. Tough. So I don't be so full lah. Cannot lah. Too much.
I think a lot of people who practice this maybe should keep an open mind lah. Cannot say that your method don't work. Your method is fake one. It's like I cannot control what's my method.
Yeah.
If I can only cook Chinese cuisine, I do well in Chinese cuisine. Then you cannot say Chinese cuisine suck what. That's the only thing I can cook what.
Also, speaking of looking at authenticity, right? So there's one lady on my confession. She used candles. And the candles are not cheap. The candles are like, I think almost $40 one candle, one use. Okay? One use only.
Like the white kind, like
The beeswax kind, handmade, and is infused with ingredients. So I said, I want to go and meet the guy. She says, no, the guy is very, very secretive. I said, if I can't meet the guy, there's no way I can endorse this candle. I know what the candle is. I know the candle exists. I met the guy's master. I know the guy's master also. And in fact, when I had my last office, that master gave me the candle as a housewarming present, office warming present. But that was years ago, right? So this is apparently the disciple. I said, you want to hide behind anonymity? I cannot support this shit lah, right? I don't even say I'm going to take your video and show the rest of the world, but I need to see you. I need to talk to you. I need to see how the candle is made. So he said, okay, you come and find me. So I went to his place. And true enough, I saw how he did it, and he showed me these are the ingredients. And he passed it to me and said, okay, this is actually a bark of a tree that was struck by lightning. This is the rock from don't know where. So got 9 different ingredients in front of him. So, okay lah, I pick it up and I feel you don't need to be like very sensitive to feel the vibration and the radiating energy from the bark.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a very strong infused already lah,
Yeah.
right?
So he has to go and find all these things like, my contact in Indonesia will tell me this tree was struck by lightning. And he needs to go there within like 24 hours and chop up the tree and take the parts and then able to keep it. Now with all these things, then he can put into the candle and make it. Then I say, how long does the candle need to be finalized? He said, maybe like at least 1 month, 2 full moon cycles. So
Oh, that okay.
yeah, and there's only a limited amount of space you can put it out in your, in your room. Like, so then to me at the point of time, it's like, I think what you're charging is too cheap, bro. Because
That's true.
yeah, but
a lot of effort there.
yeah, so I get to see, I get to touch, I get to speak to you. Sure, like if people ask me legit, I can vouch for you and say, yeah, I've been there, done that. Whether you don't believe or not is a different story. Yeah. So with regards to that, I think we've come to the end of the show. We doing good for time, so we got two parts this week. Just like how we started 7 months with 2 parts. We end of 7 months with 2 parts as well.
Yay! Never mind. I mean, as long as our viewers enjoy it, we are always here to serve, entertain.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we'll see you next week with more housekeeping, more confessions for you, and generally more stuff on the internet that we can find that could be or could be not supernatural related.
Woo! Let's see. Next week, just a preview, okay? Just for the people who stay all the way until the end. We got cookies for you, like the Marvel movies like that.
Oh, we do?
So, yes, next week we are doing about conspiracy theory to test how well you know your tinfoil hat theories. And also to also let you guys know that I found something super interesting, which are talking about the multiverse timeline.
Wow.
And we can talk about this all next week. It's a very big topic, heavy topic.
Well, this one can last for I think half an hour at least. Okay. So
Eugene, next week we wear tinfoil hat, okay?
Okay, I'll see you. All right. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you for housekeeping next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.